afternoon, Head2Head. This is Chris.
Hey guys, this is Scott. Long time no speak.
How's everybody doing today? How you making out, brother?
I'm doing beautiful, man.
Yeah, well, you got a good bit of good news today after a shit show of your life yesterday. We can digress on that. We get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But how you doing today?
I'm doing great today, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing great. You?
Well, we just paid off my truck, or my SUV, my wife's SUV, rather. So I'm actually feeling great.
Well, it's great you paid off that $1,000 truck.
No, not that truck. Not that truck, brother. We'll get into that nonsense
right,
too.
Well, I'm just making jokes, man.
But well, I'm glad you're doing better today than yesterday, man, because yesterday was a little bit of a shit show.
Wasn't that a funny day?
That's a door shut, by the way. We like to do sound effects.
Yeah, we do everything. You have trains, trucks, and doors shut.
Well, trains, planes, automobiles, brother.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, so.
Speaking of planes, we're going to be in Chicago here in the next couple of weeks of my life.
Yeah, if anybody's out in Chicago, you want to meet up, let us know. We have no time to meet with you.
Zero.
Hey, that's what it is, though. You know?
And we're actually talking to you, Adam. We'll be seeing you, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks.
At the gym.
At the gym.
At the gym, because that's...
And at the bar.
Where I plan on going.
Deadlift bar. So, well, today's show, we got the founder of Gun for Hire out in Woodland Park, New Jersey. It's a nice shooting range where they teach you safety and things. But the nice thing about this one is this individual is also part of the NRA. We're going to get involved with his feelings about gun control, safety, and all things that is America. Mr. Anthony Calandro. So he should be reaching out here in the next few moments here to give us a conversation.
Okay.
But yeah, right out in Woodland Park, New Jersey. You know where that's at? You ever heard of that?
Woodland. I think that's out by by Staten Island or New York City and all that.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have Mr. Calandro come on, and I believe he's with us now. How are you, sir?
How are you? Who is this, Chris or Scott?
Oh, this is Chris, and
I'm Scott, sir. Hey, I'm the one with the high pitch voice.
Morning, gentlemen, or good afternoon, I should say.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're doing well today. You?
Good. Thank you for your service, both of you, by the way.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. That's no worries. We appreciate what you're doing out in your local communities, and hopefully, throughout the country with your aunt's ranch. We can get into that in a little bit because I think that's very important stuff. Outside of that, we were just talking about Woodland Park, New Jersey. Where is that located?
Woodland Park, New Jersey is 14 miles west from Manhattan. We are in New Jersey, right near Giant Stadium, behind the Second Amendment Iron Curtain.
Really? So you're real close to the Meadowlands, then, right? That's what you said?
Yep, right near the Meadowlands. If you come out of the Lincoln Tunnel by the Statue of Liberty, we're 14 miles west from Manhattan. That's one of the reasons why about 60% of my customers are from the New York metropolitan area.
Okay. Which is a great controversial state for any.
I fight in New Jersey and I fight in New York daily out here, guys.
Goes home sweating, losing 10 pounds every day just by verbal judo.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of different issues tackling New Jersey and New York respectively out there. What is your take on that, given your viewpoints?
Well, our governor is a Goldman Sachs millionaire. He's worth about $700 million. He moved from Massachusetts.
Oh, congratulations to him. Oh, that's great. Oh,
yeah. That a boy.
Yeah, very proud of you.
We appreciate that.
Yep. He moved from Massachusetts to New Jersey because of the governor's seat was opening up. And we had another Democrat, the Senate president, who was the heir apparent. But Governor Murphy donated $16 million his first day to the New Jersey Democratic Party, which in essence pushed everybody else out. So he became the heir apparent. He won the election because liberals outnumber conservatives 2-1 in New Jersey. So Murphy became the governor, and he's just as bad as Governor Harpo Cuomo in New York, and the two of them are in a race to be more liberal and progressive than
silly.
California.
That's silly. So, I actually believe you wholeheartedly, just based on the laws that were passed on the abortion or lack thereof recently, and all the other stuff that's coming out. That is funny. I actually thought that myself. I was like, I wonder if New Jersey is trying to beat California out of the spotlight as a liberal state, the liberal state, right?
Yep. Same thing here. Our law enforcement officers are not allowed to cooperate with ICE. Our law enforcement officers are not allowed to ask someone's their immigration status. They will not honor ICE detainers. Illegals, we have a three-tiered system in New Jersey, same as California, where the political elites, the political class is the top tier, and then criminals and illegals are the second tier, and then the law-abiding tax-paying citizens are the bottom tier.
Right.
If you go for a driver's license in New Jersey, you have to bring 6 points of information, but if you're an illegal, you don't have to bring anything.
Hey, have you ever tried? I actually live in New Jersey. Have you ever tried to bring all those 5 or 6 points of information? Have you actually ever tried to put that together? Isn't that insane?
Yes.
Yeah. How many times did you go back? You go back 2-3 times just to see if you got it right.
Correct. I actually use, for 2 points, I use my firearms ID card, and the people in the Division of Motor Vehicles hardly ever see that, and they're like, "Oh, you have guns?" I'm like, "Yes," and it's 2 points for my point system, so give me my renewal license now. But we're at a point now where all our governor does is pander to his radical base. So everything, I've nicknamed him Governor Free Stuff. 2 days ago, today is Wednesday, Monday, he signed a rainwater tax.
Yeah, I heard about that. They're going to start taxing our tap water. Yep.
What, in New Jersey?
Yes,
Oh, you guys can have that, brother.
Remember
We're good. We're good here in the switch state of Pennsylvania, brother.
I told you about
that.
No,
because PA showed up to the fight a couple years ago, and the heir apparent from New York, she didn't win, and PA was a good portion of it. So I appreciate that, PA, because New Jersey and New York have lost their damn minds. You guys are better men than me to be out in that nonsense.
Well, yeah, I know I'm moving out. I can't wait to pay my exit tax. I'm actually going to pay it in pennies just because I'm so happy.
Yeah, you have to pay an exit tax when you leave New Jersey. We're one of 2 states that has that.
What's the other state?
And
Cuba? The other state is Cuba?
No, I believe it's California.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
Right.
And I bet you New Jersey's probably more expensive than California to leave too.
Oh yeah, and United Van Lines, they do a survey every year. 6 years in a row now, New Jersey is the #1 state of people moving out.
Jesus.
So what our governor wants is all that you'll have left in New Jersey is the rich elite and the criminals and illegals when it's all done. In New Jersey, we have more takers than we have makers. And now we have the mayor of Newark wants a guaranteed basic income for everybody that lives in the city of Newark. So socialism.
What?
So we just want to pay everybody to stay home.
That is silly. Well, I guess you're going to have to change that bridge, right? The Trenton takes, the world makes, right? Instead of Trenton makes, the world takes. You'll have to change that bridge over there.
Well, we actually, there's a meme out there that says Trenton makes and Governor Murphy takes.
Well, that's about right. Well, you guys with all the taxes increased, how are they going to pay people to sit at home? They're just going to pay them to pay the taxes? I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, they'll raise my taxes because I work.
Well, actually, like 100% of the taxes in the state of New Jersey are paid by like 45% of the residents. Because if you make so much a year, you don't pay any taxes. So it's
that number?
Smaller and smaller number.
Challenge accepted. What's that number?
Yeah, it's a pathetic environment that we live in. But the unions are very powerful in New Jersey. The teachers' unions, the police, fire, civil service unions. So they're all guaranteed Democratic votes. They all get out and vote because they're protecting their pensions and their platinum health care plans. And everybody who falls in the middle has to pay for it. In New Jersey, to get a firearms ID card, if you're new to the gun game, the whole process, if you go to the police department, monetarily, it's about $135. Governor Murphy has proposed changing that where it'll be about $500.
Jesus.
And you will have to renew every 3 years.
My goodness.
And this is following Bloomberg's tax. When Bloomberg was the mayor of New York City, he changed the fees from $200 to $800. And what you're doing is that's pure discrimination because you're knocking out a whole socioeconomic class of people that work for a living, people that make less than $40,000 or $50,000 a year. It's no longer economically feasible for them to get a gun. So it's a great end run around gun control. You can't ban the gun, so let's just tax it. And in Murphy's budget, he wants a 10% violence tax on new gun sales and a 2.5% violence tax on ammunition sales.
Wow. Well, how about the marijuana tax that they're coming out with? They're trying to pass that. It's gonna be an abundance just to.
$42 an ounce.
Yeah.
They're going to tax
Plus
marijuana.
there's your local tax, and then there's the women and children tax or something like that. The women and welfare tax.
My goodness.
Like, so you have 3 taxes before it even gets to the guy who needs to make money now.
And the marijuana dispensaries have to hire a certain amount of minorities and unskilled people to stay operational.
Well, that's outstanding.
So you're not going to let capitalism dictate. What you're going to do is the government's going to say, all right, you have to hire 3 people of color and 2 people that were, handicapped or, mentally challenged, whatever it may be, and then tax. What they're going to do is they're competing themselves out of the market with the illegal marijuana sales, so people won't even flock to it. They'll just black market like they still do. They'll buy their marijuana illegally.
But they they get a W for the passing the law.
Well, what you do is you just hire some illegals then.
So, there you go.
And because at that point, now you don't have to put them on paper.
Yeah.
You just break them off every couple of weeks or however you want to do your pay structure. Keep it moving.
Well, they're gonna have a sunshine tax here soon in New Jersey.
And
Any day it's sunny. Any day it's sunny, you wake up and you're breathing, you got to pay $25.
Oh, okay.
Automatically. That's what the sunshine tax.
Well, did you guys see? Speaking of all this nonsense in the ports of you have Maryland where you have the 16-year-old MS-13 gangbanger. He gets stabbed to death. That came over, and then in Philadelphia, what was it this morning or last night? $18 million off the ports of Philadelphia of cocaine coming in.
Oh yeah.
But we don't have a problem with our borders.
Jeez.
As far as guns go, in 1992 we were limited to 15-round magazines, and now December 10th of 2018 we're limited to 10-round magazines. There's legislation in the assembly for
Is that rifles? Is that rifles or even handguns?
Any semi-auto that takes the removable magazine
Really?
cannot hold more than 10 rounds.
How does that even work for like a Glock 17?
What does it?
You have to buy 10-round magazines.
Like you literally leave an extra space just in there.
You guys are looking at this all wrong. And I'm gonna tell you both something. I know you guys are on this, but this is how you're supposed to do it, gentlemen. I'm gonna teach you guys something here real quick. I know my man's in the NRA. I know
it probably ends with ice cream, but go ahead.
It does end with ice cream. So this is what happens, and it's great you said that. This is what you do. You get a 30-round magazine. You can get you get a whole box, and as the intruder comes in, you just take the round and you throw it at him. Gotcha.
Before you die.
And then you say, poo poo, poo poo. And you throw it at him. And then you go eat a bowl of ice cream.
Right.
That's how you do it.
You throw it at him real fast. You got to throw it at him, too.
We got to throw it. You got to be like a baseball player.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, dude.
Man, this world is getting crazy. How does the NRA look at all this? How you being inside with the NRA, how does that, how are you guys looking at all this nonsense that's going on in this world?
We get banged up a lot. People are like, what has the NRA done for New Jersey? Well, the NRA is a member organization, and it's national, and they handle state-to-state issues. And then I'm the executive vice president of the state NRA, the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs. Legislatively and behind the scenes, we are on it 100%. We are fighting, we are challenging the mag ban, and we have a case, a very peculiar case called the Rogers case, where if the Supreme Court takes it, we could knock the legs off of concealed carry in New Jersey and 16 other oppressive states. And the NRA is fully funding this case to the tune of about $250,000 so far. Wow. And they've also given us their law firm in Washington, D.C., Coopers & Kirk. And they are backing us and our state attorneys, which are no slouches, by the way. Dan Schmutter, David Jensen, Evan Knappen, Scott Bach. These guys are two-way warriors. But we have a case, so we filed the Rogers case. We petitioned the Supreme Court. And New Jersey, being so hubris, they didn't write a response brief to the Supreme Court case, the Rogers case. And after about 40 days elapsed, the Supreme Court demanded that New Jersey write a response brief. So right away, a green flag goes up because that means someone in the Supreme Court is looking at our case. So New Jersey had 30 days to respond. On the 28th day, they petitioned the Supreme Court for a 30-day extension because they've been busy with other state lawsuits and this case regards to the Constitution of the state of New Jersey. And the Supreme Court gave them 30 days more, so they're dragging their feet and dragging our freedom. You know, a right denied is a right delayed, fellas, right?
Agreed.
And so now they have till April 21st to respond, and then we will know by May probably if the Supreme Court is going to take our case. If the Supreme Court takes our Rogers case, the court is 5-4. We are going to win, and New Jersey is going to go down kicking and screaming. It's going to backfire on them because the past 40 years they've been so oppressive with metering out carry permits for law-abiding citizens that it flies in the face of the Constitution. And now the Supreme Court has shown its willingness to take a 2A case. The last 2A case it took was the McDonald case in Chicago, which is 10 years ago. And a month and a half ago, the Supreme Court took New York City versus the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association case. So they've taken one Second Amendment case already. So maybe with Kavanaugh and Gorsuch on the Supreme Court now, there's a good chance they take our case. If they don't take our case, the good news is the NRA has 3 other cases very similar to ours in different districts, federal court districts. Ours is the 3rd district. So one of them is going to get taken eventually, but our case is way ahead of everybody because the rest of them are still at the federal court district level on bonk hearings and stuff like that. We are the first one that's on the desk of the Supremes, and the NRA is supporting this 100%. So when people ask me, what has the NRA done? My response is, shut up.
Right. Well, it was March. Now, tomorrow was supposed to be a big day, or is it still a big day? Was that the original day that this thing was supposed to go through?
Yeah, that's gone now. It's been pushed out because the
of the
state of
delay.
New Jersey asked for that extension. So, but I believe we're in good shape. If this Rogers case gets taken, I will be down at the Supreme Court in October. And if the Supreme Court rules in our favor, I will be flipping the bird to Governor Murphy and the Attorney General Brule.
They seem like some outstanding individuals. A lot of people coming out. You got Mendez, you got Booker, who's running for president. A lot of these people coming out of New Jersey and New York. It's just mind-boggling to me, the audacity that these guys have. I think you got a felon. Is it Mendez, Bob Mendez, or something like that?
Menendez.
So he's
Menendez.
a convicted felon, and he's in power. This Murphy, who's just out for himself, and obviously Cory Booker, who's now running. And to Scott's point, you guys' point, they're trying to outdo each other to be the most radical out there. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy, man.
The race to the left.
This is why I don't watch. This is why I don't watch TV. This is really why I don't watch TV anymore. I really don't. This is all news to me.
I don't watch it. Yeah, it's all. You know, the news outlet I look at the most is BBC News. It's probably the most objective. I have their app on my phone.
And you just watch that for the accents. You just watch that for the accents to see if you can actually understand them. That's where the challenge comes in.
True.
You just try. It's actually a challenge for you. It's like doing a crossword puzzle with your eyes and your ears.
But our governor's not done in New Jersey. He's made it a point. He stated numerous times he will sign any anti-gun legislation that's put on his desk. And our Senate and our Assembly in New Jersey they outnumber, 3 to 4. They outnumber the Republicans in the state of New Jersey. So whatever they can concoct in the fall session after summer break, whatever rules, regulations, or unconstitutional things, and the duplicity and the hypocrisy is what pisses me off the most, gentlemen, is that they decide not to follow federal laws with illegal immigrants and ICE detainers and stuff.
Right.
And then they want us to follow the unconstitutional laws that they passed regarding Second Amendment. So it's interesting how our political elite can pick and choose what laws need to be followed and not followed, but yet we have to do whatever we're told. And I believe the people are at a point now where they're pissed off. We're having a rally in Trenton on Tuesday.
Really?
A slow walk on Trenton. Our website is wethepeopleofnj.com. I'm not the organizer. I'm just helping promote it. But we're hoping to get about 10,000 people. We're wearing yellow vests. We're going to Trenton, and we're going to slow walk the entire State House and stop traffic from 8:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
And it's not just gun people; it's people that are pissed about illegals. It's people, school taxes, vouchers, rain taxes, and this whole socialist creep that's going on. I hope we break 10,000 people. I'd like to shut the whole city down for the day just to send our public masters a message.
Now, let me ask you this:
He
since you
said public masters. No, it's true. It's funny.
Puppet masters.
Yes.
You have your eyes and ears to this whole deal, especially in Jersey and obviously in New York. What are the chances, in your opinion, as we stand now, with these guys, these men and women are racing? They're trying to get to the finish line of being the most radical Democrat to run for president. What is the chances New Jersey does a PA and switches? You think that's going to happen?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think
Not
that's
at all.
ever going to happen.
Well, we need.
We're still making right-hand turns to go left, brother. We haven't figured that out.
Well,
yet,
yeah. If you miss that stop, man, you might as well just keep it moving,
yeah.
because you got about 4 hours out of your way to come back.
New Jersey actually just connected the turnpike to Pennsylvania about a year ago. So,
Ta-da!
like 10 years ago, whatever it was. So they just got to that point, brother.
All right,
Like,
well,
they're
I'm
just
asking too much.
like, we'll build a bridge. Oh wait, the bridge was faulty. So,
Maybe it's just me, man, but I try to be very sensical, and I look at things. I try to be, have perspective on all
no,
this.
you can't.
But in the last couple of months, we'll say, actually years, but we'll call it months. It's just more and more blatantly obvious that there is some people out there that are just evil. I'm just evil, brother.
Well, I don't know if it's evil or stupidity. I mean, what do you really think what do you think and I'll call it out, like, what do you think the underlying factor is that comes out of these, like, what mindset has to be built? Was it the original education system? Because that's where they said people were indoctrinated, right, in the education system. So was it that, or lack thereof, that indoctrinated these individuals that are now in these positions of power to make laws and pass laws that actually, where do they get this mindset from? Who built this mindset? Like, or is it some type of Illuminati BS that actually is like?
I think it's literally.
I'll go down the conspiracy theory road, because you know me, I'm all about that.
I just think it's literally spiteful. They're spiteful as a group on one man beating their shoe in, and they're doing everything they can to outdo this guy, and they're just being radical about it because they can't get the W under their belt against this guy. I really think that's what it is. They are so pissed off that this celebrity, millionaire, billionaire tycoon walked the walk, talked the talk, and is now the president of the United States, that they will do everything in their power, regardless of what it is, to undermine him and to find something on him and to just get him out.
But even at the suffrage of hardworking Americans.
Well, because they don't care about your
vote.
They don't care about your vote, brother. They don't care about the men like Anthony.
My vote doesn't count.
Well, they don't care about the men. They don't care about men like Anthony. That's, every day is in the gun, the gun and safety business and promoting and helping and doing this stuff for the men and women that are working.
That's my point, right? So where does this blindness come from? You just said it. Like, every day Anthony's out there grinding, getting this promoting safety, promoting positive gun movement. But there's like a blindness to that. Like, people, like some of these people, they don't even see that there is a safe way to do it. They just see, no, that's bad. So where did that?
That's where the media told them, though.
Well, that's what I mean. Where did all this come from? Where did this start? Like, that's what I don't get, man. Like, there's got to be a foundation somewhere of this goo that's just flowing into people.
In my opinion, academia started from the universities, then to the high schools, and now to the elementary schools.
Right.
It is an indoctrination. These people in academia, they live in a bubble, just like our politicians and our elites. They all live in a bubble. They live in nice, lily white bedroom communities, gated communities. Teachers have job security. I mean, they can go to school drunk after they make tenure, and they'll just get suspended for a day, and they go back to work.
Yeah, free day off with pay.
Correct. They don't really know what it's like to be in the real world. Everything is fantasy land, and it has this recoil effect, and all of these kids grow up. Listen, I have 70 employees, and about 40 of them are prior military, and they have their stuff squared away because they've learned the basic foundation. The other people I've hired, I've had to go through hundreds to get what I have, because if I hire an entitled kid, they don't even want to pick up a broom. All they want to do is walk around and talk on their cell phone and text on their cell phone or play games. It's impossible today. I don't know what kids today think they're going to get in life. There's got to be a dose of reality at one point when you enter the real workforce. But when people enter the political workforce or academia, they stay in that bubble and they look down upon our noses at us and, you know, and middle America and working people. And I say this to people all the time, these rich, repulsive socialists, you can't eat an iPhone app. Like, people have to grow stuff and harvest it, and truckers have to truck it, and people have to sell it, right? You can't eat an iPhone app. But they look down upon us all like they loathe us.
They ate those damn Tide Pods, though, didn't they?
Well, you know, it's...
Yep.
Well, they do.
But it's created a class warfare now. Well, you know, where these rich, these entitled people look down upon us. And I think the next big revolution we're going to see is when if Ruth Bader Ginsburg steps down before Trump leaves office. That's going to be the next defining moment in this country.
Well, she's holding on tightly, so he can, in the hopes that he won't get reelected. That's why she came back. Let's call that what that is, because they can't give him 3. They can't give the man 3. They give him 3, he wins. But he's appointed 85 lower court judges since he's been in office, and Mitch McConnell has 45 more fast tracking. He's already flipped the D.C. Circuit to conservative, and he's on track to flip 2 more lower courts to conservative, and the liberals are freaking out about that as well. But, you know, because all we have left now is legislation from the bench. I had the most anti-gun state senator on my radio show a year ago, Senator Loretta Weinberg, 84 years old, from Bergen County. Almost every anti-gun law has been written or sponsored by her. I brought her in here to extend the olive branch because I wanted her to see the people in my range and see that we're not all thugs and MS-13 and hillbillies. And I had her on the show for an hour. It was a big risk on my part because it could have backfired. And I was talking about the unconstitutionality of some of the laws she wrote. And she says, well, we do the best we can, and then we wait till someone gets arrested or something, and we let the courts sort it out. That's legislation from the bench. That's not what our balance of powers was designed to do. If you're a lawmaker, you're supposed to make an ironclad law. What we do now across this entire country is that we have judges sitting there in their robes legislating from the bench. It's backwards. So she said that. So she basically said that they were being reactive, not proactive, when it comes to that. Well, they're going to wait till something happens and do something.
Correct. So if Scott gets locked up with something, when it goes to the courts, then the judge will redefine it, and then we'll have case law to follow from there. But meanwhile, he gets locked up, he pays his bail, you know, he loses his job if he has a professional license, his guns get confiscated, and he's broke, and his life is ruined for the next 2 or 3 years because our legislators don't know how to write law.
Well, I'm going to actually, I'm going to tell you guys a personal story. So when I met Joanna, my wife, it will be a long story. When I met Joanna, but it ends in dog shit. So when I met Joanna, my wife, right, she had a roommate. The roommate was a lady in Trenton. She would drive in during the week from a place, I'm not going to say her name or where she's from, but she would drive in. She would live with Joanna. She rented a room off of her, right? Okay. This lady, when I started dating my wife, true story, she was a scumbag. She was dumb. She had no idea. I mean, she was she was so book smart. She had no clue what was going on. Joanna had a puppy, the little dachshund, right? The puppy pooped on the floor, right? Now, the lady gets up in the middle of the night. Now, she doesn't go ahead and she steps in the poop with her bare feet. Now, this is a true story, right? She doesn't go ahead and put the poop in the trash, flush it down the toilet. She opens the toilet lid and wipes her foot on, this is a true story, and wipes her foot on the toilet seat and leaves the shit, the turd on the side of the toilet seat. So that's what no, this is true. You can ask my wife. This is a true story. That lady and me, she was out of the house within 2 weeks after I moved in. Because I couldn't deal with her. Because she was not that level. She was not at that level. Like, you just left it there. Like, you just, but that's what he's saying, right? Yeah. So you did what you had to do, and then you let somebody else worry about the rest. Mm-hmm. Perfect example to this story. And that's a true story, gentlemen.
Yeah,
wow.
That's told you then did dog shit.
Well, you know, I want to bring back to the point where you're saying, Anthony, about it's all kind of starts on the educational level. We were with an individual. We work with an individual outside of this who's 22 years old, and he's actually as conservative as it gets. He's you know, he voted for Trump. He's actually part of the Republican thing in his college, and he got a lot of heat for it. But he owned the fact that the people in his age bracket, they flocked to people like the Bernie Sanders of the world and all this stuff, not because they're educated and knowledgeable and making an educated decision. It's mostly because now that's kind of like the trend. Like Bernie Sanders, the grandpa, let's get him in. Get in. They're not understanding the fact that he bashed JFK in the '60s. They're not understanding the fact that he's all about socialism and what socialism does to countries like Venezuela and stuff. They don't actually educate themselves into if this guy actually was to get elected. History says that really doesn't work out, the whole socialism thing. So, and you're kind of getting a little bit of that in New Jersey. It sounds like with the higher taxes and all that stuff.
Or just paying people to sit home, like he said.
I mean, that's
Newark,
that's
whatever it was.
Yeah, Newark.
That's insane. I'll move to Newark. I don't even like Newark. I don't even like New Jersey, but I'll move up there. I'll get an apartment if you want to pay me. Sit home and do nothing.
I say our government's gone to the point now where the electorate want free shit over freedom. That's how they get away with everything today. Offer everything for free and garner votes. Because if you hit them with reality and tell them they have to work for a living, not too many people are keen to that. They don't want to work for a living. And socialism doesn't work, right? Margaret Thatcher said it only works till you run out of other people's money. And that's the truth. Every country that's borderline communist or socialism like China, their economy is propped up by capitalism. They turn a blind eye to capitalism so that they can heavily tax those capitalist businesses to prop up their socialism. And that's what they want to do in the United States. They know they can't go pure socialist. So we'll tax the hell out of everybody that's working. We'll tax the hell out of every business, beat us into submission, and then you have a nice majority of voters that vote for you every year because they're getting free stuff. Everything's subsidized. Mm-hmm. And then the bread lines start and the lines for shoes start. That's how it goes.
Well, 100% agree.
There's no fight on that one. That's agreed.
That was well spoken right there. Now, people that are up in that area, they go to the range. If they want to seek out your range and get some lessons and things like that, where do they find you guys up at Woodland Park, correct? At Gun for Hire?
Yep, my website's gunforhire.com. I've been in this since 92. I've gone down to Trenton and testified. I've gone to Washington, D.C. and testified. I'm running for an NRA board seat. The elections are up in April 7th is the last day to get your ballot in. So, yeah, I'm the guy here. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a business owner. I don't have to be. In New Jersey, we have a class of people called closet gun owners. Chris and Scott, if you're a dentist or something, you can't let people know that you're a shooter because you'll lose half of your business.
Wow.
So because I own a gun range, I don't have to be a closet gun owner. I can be the guy to go down to the State House and call them all. I call them all rich, repulsive socialists. I tell them I won't comply, et cetera, et cetera. I'm that guy. And my website is gunforhire.com. And we're 15 miles from Manhattan. I've been doing it since 92. After the Boy Scouts of America, my organization is the largest purchaser of NRA training materials in the United States.
Wait, say that again? Say that again?
After the Boy Scouts of America,
right.
Gun for Hire is the largest purchaser of NRA training materials in the United States.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that statement.
Yep.
So after the Boy Scouts of America, after.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
We're number 2 after the Boy Scouts. And so I built my business on training and education. We literally train a few hundred people a month in NRA, basic pistol, rifle, shotgun, refuse to be a victim, home safety, everything. I started my business in 92 on training and education. That's my real love and passion. Built my own range so I would have my own house to train people in because, some gun ranges aren't the most pleasant, welcoming environments.
Right.
And I built it up from there, and I became a Second Amendment advocate, and I've never looked back. I paid the price, too. I have a target on my back. I went through some divorce troubles like 5 years ago, and I had a prosecutor rail me. And when she called the state police said, this is like unfounded stuff. And she said, yeah, but this is different. This guy's big in the 2A in New Jersey. He's good for my resume.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got railed for 3 years, guys.
They're trying to squeeze you.
For 14 months, I couldn't go into my gun range. For 2 years, I couldn't touch a gun.
Then they try to squeeze you. Well, we appreciate you staying strong through all that, so you can still be the mouthpiece.
Thank you.
For Jersey.
Yeah, I don't roll over too easy. So.
Well, I appreciate that too, because New Jersey seems like you guys need some mouthpieces out there.
Oh, they got billboards out that say if you get caught with a weapon and you're not registered, 5 years automatically or something
Except
like
for
that.
if you're a criminal. Except for you're a known criminal.
Well, if you're a known criminal, you can do a plea deal.
Right.
But if you're
See, you spoke the truth right there. Because what happens is a law-abiding citizen. Who's in New Jersey? Chris or Scott?
Scott. Well, actually, Chris.
Scott,
we'll just make it Chris today.
Okay, so if Chris had a 12-round magazine and the cop stopped him and had it in his possession, it's 18 months in prison and a $10,000 fine. Loses all his guns, it's a Class 3 felony.
Oh, congratulations.
So you're going to prison for 18 months. Now, if Scott was a criminal with a long record, if he carjacked someone at gunpoint with an illegal gun and got busted, he would go in county lockup. He'd be in county lockup 12 to 14 months. A prosecutor and a public defender would negotiate, and they'd come and say, okay, listen, let's cut a plea deal. So now under the Graves Act, you would have to spend 3 to 5 years in prison. So the first thing the defense attorney says is, if you drop the gun charge, my client will plead guilty to the lesser charges. The prosecutor agrees. They issue time served, and you get out of jail in about 14 months. Meanwhile, my 12-round magazine guy with no gun present, no criminal intent, does 18 months, no possibility of early release or parole.
Wow.
That's how it works in New Jersey. We have a revolving door, catch and release criminal justice system. Now we have bail reform in New Jersey. Other than a horrific murder, you're getting out on bail. If you're a drunk driver and kill 3 people, you're getting out. All the bail bondsmen in New Jersey went out of business because with bail reform, you don't need bail anymore. If you've been arrested 62 times for the same crime, you'll be out 8 o'clock in the morning.
So in reality, if you're a career criminal, move to New Jersey.
Right.
Correct.
And
the criminals know that. You will not see convenience stores robbed in Delaware right over our southern border because they know there's a good chance the employees or customers are carrying a gun. If you're a bad guy, you just cross over the bridge and you rob a gas station or convenience store in New Jersey. That's how it works.
Well, at least they're smart. They're educating themselves.
Right.
My God, man, what's going on with your boys, man?
I don't know, man.
You guys got to get this stuff together, man, because this is terrible.
This is
terrible.
This is just one state we're talking about. This is one state in the union.
Brother, you guys making Pennsylvania look
better,
man. and better and better, and I appreciate that.
You know why I moved to New Jersey? Because Joanna was getting a state job, and in New Jersey you have to live in the state to get a state job.
Yep.
So that's why we moved over there. And then she didn't take the state job because she found a better one.
Oh, shame on you guys.
Yeah. So okie doke me.
She got you.
Yeah.
So now you'll make 6 rights to make a left. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, it takes me 80 minutes.
Correct.
It takes me 80 minutes to get home, and all the tires on my passenger side are worn out.
But you could throw a rock to your house from our spot in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Good for you, buddy. You enjoy that. You guys enjoy.
This has been a great talk, man. No, it has been. We appreciate it. So tell us again about your election, what it is, and where you need people to go to vote.
Yeah, we need to get that vote out there for Anthony, man. Get him out there.
Yeah, you want to talk about apathy? Less than 7% of NRA voters vote. 2 million eligible voters in the NRA, and less than 130,000 voted in last year's election. My website is calandro4nra.com or just gunforhire.com. I'm running on petition. I was not endorsed by the NRA Board of Directors because they said I was too vocal. I wear that as a badge of courage. Okay? That was an award for me. So I'm running on petition for you people out there. I'm not there for the free Danish or the title. I'm there to introduce the NRA to more battleground states and minority help. So gunforhire.com or calandro4nra.com. I can't thank you guys enough for having me on the show and everything that you do. And you guys keep fighting like I'm fighting. I'm 58 years old. I got at least 20 more years to go. I like to keep the politicians' feet to the fire.
We appreciate that. Well, we'll definitely keep in touch. Let us know where we can help you guys out. We'll look forward to talking to you about, after your election. We're going to support you in Trenton here soon when you guys do that march. And you guys take care. Be safe out there. And we will definitely chat with you soon, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. God bless.
You as well. Take care.
Thank you.
So that was Anthony Calandro, Mr. NRA himself, out of Woodland Park, New Jersey, gun for hire, man. That was pretty impressive.
That was a true interview, true conversation.
Well, you could hear his emotions.
Yeah. Well, it's all truth. That's why. It's like reading from a dictionary.
Now, the one thing I will say to you is me and him share a lot of different views. There's a lot of same views, but
right.
One thing I don't share with him, this is serious, is he said he's not doing it for the free Danish. Well, I showed up Monday to work to get that free Danish. No, I did. The only reason why I came to work on Monday because I knew we were having Danish. No, I did.
You're a secret fat slob inside.
I'm a fat kid.
You're a fat kid, yeah.
I actually fight the diabetes.
Deep down inside, you just want to be 500 pounds. And
I just want to fight diabetes.
I know, man.
Challenge accepted.
You actually go to the doctors ahead of time. You're like, can I get some insulin? Yeah, but you're not diabetic. Yeah, but listen, I like to plan ahead.
Yeah. I'm a proactive guy, brother.
God bless all the Danishes out there.
No, well, God bless New Jersey, man, because you guys are hurting.
Well, it makes every other state look good. Somebody's got to look like shit. But listen, if they start paying people to move to Newark just to live, just to sit around, I'll get a PO box. I don't know what you have to live there, but I'll be there.
You're gonna have to show that your couch is.
I'll get an Embassy Suites. I don't know. I don't know, brother. You're gonna pay me because they're probably gonna pay the median, which is like $23,000 a year. So
to do nothing.
To do nothing.
As long as I got cable, brother.
That's what I'm saying, right? I
can watch The Walking Dead and.
Because not driving to work, that saves $50 a week. That's $200 a month. I can start adding this math up real fast in my head.
Traffic, time to spend in the car.
Exactly.
You just sell your cars.
That's it.
No car notes.
Yeah.
You can walk down to the
get a bicycle.
Do they call them bodegas in New Jersey, or just corner stores or convenience stores?
Oh no, they don't have them. They don't even have them anymore.
They don't have bodegas.
Not really. Not really. I know you're dumbfounded. You're dumbfounded. It's 7-Elevens, brother.
No, but listen, bodegas is usually surrounded by handouts.
Yeah, I know.
So you tell me the state of New Jersey, the handout state.
Not really. I haven't really seen it.
There's no bodegas.
There's no corner stores like that.
Really?
Yeah, not really. Maybe up in like the northern New Jersey where it's more congested.
Now listen, I know when we started this podcast, we told each other we're going to stay neutral.
Yeah.
We're going to let people come on, speak their opinions, and we're going to let it ride, and that's it. But I got to be honest, man. It's too easy to go one way or the other, brother, because stuff just don't make sense.
I'm glad that lady just shut off her car.
Oh, you didn't like that rattle?
No.
She needs to take that to Meineke.
It's not like I was getting taken by a bunch of 80-pound rattlesnakes down the road. All right, folks, we appreciate you guys listening today. Grateful to have you as our listeners and our fan base here. Don't forget to visit our sponsor, deadliftontherocks.com. Go ahead.
Well, they had a fantastic special that people messed up on and didn't buy the St. Patty's Day shirts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they got some new stuff out now.
I saw a video online of somebody doing a deadlift in a St. Patty's Day shirt.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you didn't see it? I'll send it over to you.
Was it like a Lucky Charms shirt?
I don't know what it was. You know, it was a green shirt. Said
St. Patty's Day.
Deadlift me, I'm Irish.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
You saw that?
I saw that.
Well, God bless that individual.
I think we're having sushi for lunch, brother.
You gonna get that sodium intake?
I am. Well, not a lot, because I'm only eating 5 rolls. So, and don't pretend like you're not gonna reach over and grab some off my plate. So,
well, with that, everybody, you guys be safe, and
adios, motherfuckers. Take care.